What is going on, guys?
Well, I'll close my door so I don't disturb you.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. That was my mother. Today we're gonna play a zombie loadout while I confess what I did. What I did to my friend Ryland, because he doesn't want to be friends with me no longer. So what basically happened? We were supposed to do a rivals video because he got better at it. And then his friend Holden, and I told him, Holden's friend said, get your nerd on. So I told him, hey, I can't talk to you if Holden's gonna talk like that. And then he said he's sorry about that, and then I texted him in private. But then he continued being rude to me. And then I leaked his phone number. And he said, I saw what he did. I maybe did the wrong turn. But hey, he cut off all the contacts with me. So I'm all alone now. I got nobody. But maybe I can do one with my friend. My other friend. But I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe I can do it with my other friend Asher. And I'm not showing you the TikTok what I did, because it's on a different account. And I did the wrong thing, because he said he was gonna leak my phone number. So first I did it first, and then he told me it was actually like a joke, and I said, too late, bro. You already ruined it. And then he said he was sorry, and I said, too late. So I kept it on. And I was going to call him again to apologize, but he blocked me, and he said he didn't want none of that. And I told him, okay, that's fine with me. And then I back what I said. I said, okay, that's fine with me. You cannot be friends with me. Sometimes you gotta let a friend go. I've been checking on him lately. His mother had cancer, so I had to support him. And it was his mother's birthday, so I said happy birthday to him, even though I don't celebrate birthdays. And he appreciated everything that I said. Even though we got into a lot of arguments, we used to be still friends. But he doesn't want to be friends anymore. He said he didn't want to be friends with me in like a gangster way, even though he was not really a gangster. He said he didn't want none of that. He said it like a New Yorkian way. And I texted him on Discord, and I said, hey, I may be a bad person to you, but I think you're a good person to me. But one of the reasons why I couldn't talk to him because he was cursing. And I could have got banned from all social media for him doing that. When he was live too, he even told his mom, and I didn't really care about that because he said he's gonna cut off all contacts with me, and I was like, okay, that's fine with me. And then he just continued, and he said, so my bad. He didn't actually mean it. He actually meant it. So I was like, okay, that's fine with me. And then he started saying like, oh, I don't like you anymore. I was like, I didn't even want you to like me in the first place. So I just wanted to play with you at the skate park. And then he wanted to be friends with me. You wanted me to subscribe to your YouTube channel. I did. When I asked him to subscribe to mine, he didn't subscribe to mine. He just commented. And I was like, okay, that's fine with me. A comment is okay. And I told him, take your subscribers back then. I don't really care. Because after that, I said, take all your subscribers back. Because I know how you're going to be. You're going to be selfish. I knew how you were back when he was like 11. I knew him since he was 11. and he's 12 right now, so I only knew him for 1 year. Like half a year. Which is June 25th, 2025. So that already passed. And he told me, I don't want to be friends with you anymore. And I said, okay, that's fine with me. Because you asked me to subscribe to you, so I did anyway. I never said you should subscribe to me, but I'll give you my YouTube channel. Because you wanted to add me. And then I subscribed to him. And he just started being toxic to me. Oh yeah, I'm playing on an Xbox controller. It's a fun thing for me. You should try it too. I'm doing on mobile controller. You just connect it to your Bluetooth. And mostly, he said he was getting emotional, and I know he was lying. Because he lied to me a lot of times. But you guys didn't know I played Single Brain Rot, but I didn't like to play that much. And then he said he wanted to do admin abuse with me, and I said, okay, that's fine. And then I did it with him. He said he would give me a Los Chocolateros, whatever that is. I don't even play that much often. He introduced me to that game, and he says I'm a sweat. And then I didn't like to play it that much, so because I play Fight in School. And then he said, oh, he plays Fight in School too, but he quitted. And then I helped him grind. And then he said, you're such a loser. I don't even need your help anymore. And I said, okay, that's fine with me. If you don't want my help no more, that's okay. I told him, if you don't need my help anymore, you don't have to contact me for help. He gave me his phone number so he can call me and give me his phone number. That was before it was even like 2 months when I knew him. That's when it was spring break for me, and we were going to Atlanta. And when I was going to Atlanta, because I live in Connecticut. And he started using scripts. However, what way? Using scripts in Strongest Battleground so he can beat me. Because when he used hitbox, he used the whole lobby for hitbox. And he was spamming things. And then I told him, hey, if you're gonna spam, I'm not even gonna play for the whole time. And then he just continued, and he started being toxic. And I said, you know what? I'm not gonna talk to you no more for this day, cause I'm not in the mood right now. Because he was spamming the whole time. And I told him, just stop spamming. And then he said, no N-word. And then he continued. I knew he was calm, but I introduced him to this game called Time Bomb or whatever it is. And then he said FUCK, if y'all don't know what that is. And then he continued to be toxic to me. And he didn't even say he's sorry when he was calm. He said, oh, I'm not even gonna say sorry. I don't even owe you an apology. And I was like, okay. And we got into 10 arguments. He said mostly of them are started with me, even though he was spamming in one of the games. And I asked him politely to stop. And then I told him to stop a little louder so he can hear me. And he said, can you shut up? And I said, okay, that's fine, but I'm just asking you to please stop spamming. And he said, I don't care. It's a part of my loadout in Rivals. And I said, okay. I'm done. If you're going to spam permafrost and other pay-to-win things, I don't want to contact you. And then I texted him on Discord saying, I hope you grow successfully. I hope you reach 500 subscribers. I hope you get your way. And then he wanted his way. He wanted his way he wanted me to do his channel things. I didn't want to do it because I had to focus on my channel too. So I did my channel. he wanted me to do his channel, even though he had Mitchell, Holden, and all of those friends. Shane, whatever. They're not friends with Shane anymore. And now I told him, I described his friend Shane, like with braids and the orange T-shirt, and then he said I insulted him. And then I just said, okay, if you say I insulted him, don't talk to me. Because I said, I'm not even going to talk to you if you're going to start an argument and say I did things that what I really did not do. And then he just continued saying, I was the worst friend. He said I don't have nothing good for him. He said, you're the worst friend ever. Mitchell and Holden are better. I said, okay, you can say those two are better, but I'm still gonna play Roblox and continue with my fans. He thought I was gonna be emotional, but I really was not. He continued to say, oh, you're gonna cry. And then and he said, once I beat him in a game, he said, it's not fun no more to play with you. And I said, okay, go play with Mitchell or Holden then, because you said they were playing first. I told him, okay, go play with your other friends then. I'm not forcing you to play with me. I just asked, and then I introduced you to the game. But you said you were gonna beat me, so I had to 1v1 you, and I told you I'm not going easy on you because you said you got the hang of it. And then I beat him. And then he said he's better still, even though I beat him like 5 times in a row. Like, once again, I beat him in Rivals. And he said he wants to play one more round, even though I wanted to go to bed. And then I told him I want to go to bed, but he ignored me. And then he continued to say I was the worst friend. I was like, and he said, "Our friend," when I said GG's, and I said you did well. He said, "Our friend, I was just being polite and kind to you. I can't be polite and kind to nobody now." He said I was the worst friend once again. And I just felt like I was actually the problem, but I realized it wasn't me. And that's the only thing I could gather up for today's video. I hope you guys love this video. But let me just finish up this round and I'll end the video. Because I'm really sad today because what he done. Like on Discord, he just kept on saying, I don't want none of that. I don't want none of that. He told his mom, and I said, I don't care. You already made it worse. Because after that, I said I leaked his phone number on a different account I'm not gonna give you. But if you find it, I don't want to get violated for another month. And then he continued to say, I don't want none of that. I don't want none of that. I want none of that. And I said, okay. I just said, hey, bruh. I just want to say I'm sorry. I apologize. He said, nah, I don't want none of that. I hope you never grow successfully. I said, I hope you grow successfully. I hope your fans love your videos. I hope you get better views. I told him, I hope your mother loves you more. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. I meant it like I hope everybody in this world loves you. That's what I meant. But he continued to say the negative ones. But he continued to say I was the worst friend. I just told him, GG's, you did well. And I told him I'm sorry if I hurted you. But if you're not gonna forgive me, I'm still gonna still think about you when you're down. Keep your head up. I told him I'm still gonna think about you when you're sad, when you're upset. And then he might be in the comment section saying he didn't do mostly all that. But I'm just saying, if you're watching this, Ryland, I hope you grow successfully, bro. You're the I would say I'm half of the good person. You did well on every video you did, or live. Every live stream, you did well. Anything you did was good. I watched all your videos. Even the ones when you start. Even when the ones you stole videos from. Even the ones you stole from CapCut. Even the ones you said you false for TikTok was getting banned. I saw the ones when you said I tried my hardest for this video. It was emojis doing the fist things. I even watched you to the start. And he said he lived in Connecticut and I'll be going to the Norwalk Beach to practice. So if you get to see me, tell me you're a fan. I told him I was a fan and I noticed his videos and he said he wanted to be friends, so I told him I want to be friends too, because he asked me if he wants to play oh my god, to be friends with him. And I said sure. And he wanted to do a basketball 1v1. That's when he will see my real face. He might delete all of that. So if you see my real face, I just want to say, don't say, oh, I just found Jeezy's face. No way, no way, no way. I'm gonna share it to YouTube too, because I don't want that to happen. Because I don't think that's a good thing to do. Because I might get banned from YouTube for that. Because I put a restriction saying if anybody shows my face, I will get banned. So I just want to say, thank you for all the love you gave me. Thank you, Ryland, for helping me succeed a little bit. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Goodbye.